Look at two economic activity questions from the 2011 paper. The first one states, explain two factors which influence the location of industry. Let's look at my answer here. So there are five factors that influence the location of industry: resource material, labour supply, transport, markets and services. I'm going to talk about transport and labour supply. For you even stating that, you get 2 marks each. So there is only 1 mark going for this question, which is kind of ridiculous. This is an old paper. It is from 2011. I reckon nowadays they would be marking them a little bit better as in like statement development. Okay. So transport, reliable transport is needed to carry resource materials, finished products and workers to and from the factory. Because of this, most factories are built near good road or railway networks. They also may be within easy access of seaports or airports. Absolute tons of information there, but good for you to know it all and to write it all. So then labour supply, that's basically the amount of people that work. The majority of factories are located near cities or large towns. This is to supply a large number of workers. Some industries, so for example computer industries, might locate near colleges or university that provide highly trained and skilled employees. 1 mark, so 2, 4, 5 and 6 marks for that whole thing there. Yes, it is a lot. You don't have to write it all, but I reckon nowadays you may have to because this is an old paper. Right. The second part of that question is, economic activities can give rise to local conflicts. Name and explain an example of such a conflict. So what I have done here is name it first. The Ringaskiddy incinerators in County Cork, 2 marks. Do not forget to actually write down when it says name and explain. Okay. Also, again, 2 marks going for all this, but just to kind of give you a brief lowdown on it. This created a large debate in the area as many were for and against the introduction of the large waste management plant. Right, that's grand, that's your introduction. So I'm going to give 1 for and 1 against. Those who were for the proposal thought it would create many jobs in the area, bringing income in and boosting the economy. Right, that's for, so that's kind of like, this is the positive. And then the negative here is those against thought the toxic waste would be harmful to the environment and the tourist trade in the beautiful harbour area. Right, so that's all question A there, 4A. Now, question B here on tourism. Name 2 types of tourist regions. So I'm going to flip this over. Beaches and coastlines, areas of natural beauty, and there is also, you can talk about cities and places of recreation and leisure. So places where there's lots of golf clubs, even you could talk about Dublin and Croke Park there. Okay. Next question. Explain 1 positive effect of tourism referring to an example you have studied. Right. So Mediterranean, you're going to get a mark for actually stating that. The tourist boom has created many jobs here, which has contributed to having better roads, electricity, water and sewage systems paid for by the taxes of the workers. And again, Mediterranean for the next part of that question, saying explain 1 negative effect on an example. Your example again is Mediterranean. The cost of living has risen significantly, so food, housing and entertainment. This is particularly hard for locals who do not earn their income from tourism. I'm going to get the marking scheme for this and mark this myself. 1 second. So that's our marking scheme. You have 1 mark for each stating an example, and then ST2 has created many jobs, and D1, so you're talking about you're developing on, created many jobs, contribute to better roads. So that basically means jobs equals income equals spending money equals taxes. Right, Mediterranean then for your negative, cost of living has risen, ST2, and then so you're going to talk about then the food, housing, entertainment, and how it's hard for locals if they don't work in the tourism industry. So D1 there, all 10 marks going for that.